It's been fantastic seeing such a wonderful turnout today, so many thanks for everybody for coming along and for all the hard work of the engagement, the capacity workers and obviously the transformation team and the stall holders. Done a fantastic job, so well done to everybody, thanks again.
Concept that came out of Brazil actually in the 1980s when the Brazilian Socialist Party had just come into power. There was a lot of funding being needed for various different initiatives around towns and cities. There wasn't a lot of money to go around, so the idea was instead of the government deciding how this budget should be allocated, someone had the crazy idea of asking the people the budget was going to be spent on, how they want the budget to be spent. So that's really where the idea of participatory budgeting originated. It's empowering local communities, it's getting them engaged with these projects that they might not know were happening. It's also a fantastic networking event. We found a lot of these events. We have all these different applicants coming together who didn't necessarily know that other events in their local community are happening, and they're all exchanging ideas and information, and there's a chance for more projects to come about as a result of the connections that have been made through this event. So I think it's been really, really valuable for all three of the areas.
We're a family support charity. We support families in their own homes where there's a child under the age of 5. Mum might be suffering from postnatal depression, isolation. She might have a couple of kids under the age of 5 and just can't manage to get out and about with them. We have families in Crieff who need supported. I don't have enough volunteers in Crieff at the moment, so if we got the money, we would train more volunteers out here and be able to support more families out here.
We're talking about the Tuesday Cafe today, and the Tuesday Cafe is about all different ages of people. We've been supporting parents in the school holidays for the past 2 years, and we want to extend the service so that we can support more people. We also want to be involving young folks, young people aged 16 plus, to get skills for work. So we're going to get them trained up in health and hygiene, get them trained in food safety and get them serving and baking food for the cafe.
Voting is done prior to a week or so before the actual main event. We decided we wanted to try and get it out and a bit of buzz in the community. So we've had voting boxes set up in local spots such as community campuses and so on. We'll have a voting box there, sometimes in local shops as well, where we have a couple of forms out and listing the various different events that are going on, and people have the option to look through that there, decide on before the event itself if there's any of these they would like to vote for. We tally those up shortly before we have the main event themselves on the Saturdays, and then we have the Saturday PB events, which is what we're at today at Crieff. So this is when stalls are set up, the applicants come in, they describe to people who are arriving and visiting the stalls what they're trying to do, what they're pitching, what they think their initiatives will bring to the local communities, and then residents of local communities vote based on that, and we tally up the votes at that point, and based on how the communities voted, we allocate the budget that we have for this event.
I think it's a brilliant initiative. The only problem I see is that I think almost all of the projects here deserve funding, and I'm going to be really sorry for the ones that don't achieve that. It gives us a lot of information on what is happening in these parts of the community, and even if they don't get funding, then some of us will find a way of supporting those initiatives. I just hope the ones I voted for are going to get funding.
I think it's wonderful that we're all getting the choice to do our own vote, because there's so many wonderful charities in Crieff and surrounding areas for the disabled, for the elderly, and I just think it's wonderful that we're all being able to do our own choice to help towards whatever maybe our favourite thing is.
In these events we aimed for the communities of Rattray, Craigie and Crieff. Many projects came forward, and in fact we received 47 applications across all three localities, and they came forward with projects involving many activities regarding health, social care and well-being. There's been a good range of projects that we've been able to fund as well. In Craigie we were able to fund the fidget blankets project. In Crieff we have the adapted bikes project, which was very popular and received a lot of votes, and that's going to help people with learning or physical disabilities or even visual impairment get out and enjoy the freedom that comes with being able to cycle in the country. And in Rattray we have the Friendship Cafe that received funding. They are an existing group but they were looking for funding to expand what they do and purchase more equipment. We received 1,500 votes in total across the events. Today's event here in Crieff, we had involvement from 748 local residents. The buzz that's been generated in these communities and the involvement of the public and the interest that we've gathered in them has just been fantastic to see, and it really shows that there's an appetite out there within Perth and Kinross to get involved in these things and to make decisions and to build up resilience in these communities.